Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, did you see Catherine, Princess of Wales? She is now the patron of addictions or a group that helps people who have addictions. I think that's awfully brave of her. I think we're seeing echoes of the previous Princess of Wales, Diana. Diana wasn't afraid to speak for people with AIDS, touch them. What was the other one that terrible disease? Not malaria. I'll think of it. That people like the untouchables, they're called in India, and Diana didn't care. She touched them and hugged them and treated them like a human being. And it's interesting that she is chosen to be patron of this group that is helping people with addictions. And I have to wonder if they're setting up for Harry to come home or some announcement about Harry, or perhaps, you know, we even have this in our own family, right? Diana wasn't shy about mentioning about bulimia. She, not that that's an addiction, could be, I'm not sure. I just think it's really brave of Catherine to take something that affects everybody. Every family in some way or has some story of addiction. Like in my family, my sister died from her alcoholism. We have other alcoholics in the family. Is that genetic? Could be. I don't know. Let's find out. So, has Catherine become the patron of this addiction charity so that they're paving the way for Harry to come back? Is this partly for Harry? Let's ask the cards. Page of Cups. There's the good news. There is the good news. The surprising good news. Sometimes too, the Page of Cups can sometimes be what is offered is not really what is in there, right? Somebody hands you a glass of wine and out pops a fish. Well, you thought you were getting a glass of wine, but you're actually getting a fish. So it could be something like that. It could be something like, Catherine's now the patron of the addictions and spokesperson and supporting it, but there's a little bit of a surprising news in there, or there's a ulterior. I'm not going to say ulterior motive. But it could be setting us up for something that we don't see coming. It actually could be. Knight of Cups, there's the offer. I'm telling you, this deck, I've been doing a couple of private readings for a few just family members, and these cards, they love collecting the same element. I don't know why. As much as I mix them, even had my husband mix them, I thought maybe it was just my energy, and it was like, it's either all pentacles, it's all wands, it's all, now as we're going all cups. So here is the offer. Is this offer to Harry? Is this come home? Let's deal with your addictions, and then you can work with me on be a spokesperson. Interesting. If you look at the Knight of Cups, he has fish on here, and we have fish on here. So is this message the big offer? Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't know what's wrong. These cards are playing me, honestly. And all three major arcanas. Not me, court cards. Look at that. They've flustered me. They've absolutely flustered me. This does have something to do with Diana. Absolutely does have something to do with Diana, because as I've mentioned to you many times before, she's not holding a cup. Does that look like a cup? She's holding an urn. And as we know, Diana was the Queen of Cups as a Cancerian. Is this something to do with Diana? And what does Harry have? Is it genetic? What I just said, like, we have alcoholics in our family. Is it genetic? I don't know. They all seem to be, they all share some kind of DNA. And then others of us are not alcoholics. So how does that work? I'm not saying all alcohol I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, is this something from his mom? Is this something that is to honor Diana in some regards? Is this some way that we've done some readings here that William is actually, he would help Harry because what would his mother say if he didn't? So if Harry came to him and said, Wills, I need help. I've hit rock bottom. I don't believe William would turn his back on his brother because he knows how much that would upset his mother. What's the underlying? The High Priestess. This is actually a lot to do with intuition. Look how this is all water. Hey, emotions. There's something very emotional about this for Catherine. Something very, very emotional. I think this is something that goes back to Diana, even though Catherine never met Diana. Maybe this is something to do with Harry. To say, see, we're open to discussing addictions. We're open to discussing that. There is some kind of secret plan in this. And this is actually a big distraction. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. This is definitely, there is some kind of ulterior motive here. Not ulterior. There's a hidden agenda that we don't know about. It is some kind of distraction from what's really going on behind the scenes. See, a lot of people miss that on the Two of Pentacles. What's going on behind the scenes is pretty rocky. So this is kind of a distraction. Look at this one, don't look at that one. Or look at this one, don't look at that one. It's also buy and sell, right? You're buying and selling, negotiations, absolutely, because it's Pentacles. But for the most part, it's don't pay attention for what's going on behind the scenes, especially when it's hooked up with the High Priestess. There is an offer here. Oh my goodness. 10 of Pentacles. What did I tell you? This deck likes 3 in a row. I don't, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Good on you, deck. This will be fun. So this is the legacy and another pentacle. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So this is something about bringing Harry home. This is right here. This is the whole, look how open we are to talking about addictions. We're a patron. We've got inside help to help you. Maybe that's part of Catherine being part of this, is that if Harry is there, it's like he's there helping. He's not there as a patient. King of Wands. That's security. I think security is recommended that something be done about Harry. I think this is subtly talking to Harry. There is a hidden agenda here. It's not terrible. It's not like a hidden agenda of, oh, there'll be no taxes, vote me in, and you vote them in and go, oh, taxes. No, nothing like that. I mean that there's something that's going on behind the scenes that we aren't privy to. And it's because it's to plant other seeds, and it is something to do with the family and the legacy, possibly the genes, possibly because this is also my DNA card, my genetic card, because this is continuing of the legacy. whether it's for money, and this is also the wealth, but if it's not for money, it also can be continuing of the legacy of the DNA, the genes, and whatnot. And this is an offer. This is definitely an offer. Probably to Harry, because he was the Page of Pentacles. Surprised we didn't get the Knight of Pentacles. I'm afraid to turn the next card. This was the security has approached the royal family and said, we've got big trouble. We need to do something. So my question was is this hidden to help Harry so that makes it easier for him to come home, makes it easier for everybody to talk about Harry's addictions if he does go to rehab? Oh, look at that. The clock agrees with me. I'm going to say yes, very much so. This is to get the conversation started with the family. This is the start, possibly the start of why Harry could come home, or one of the things that he needs to do. Like I'm almost hearing like, look, we've got the resources. We've got the inside track. We've got the resources to help you. We're open to discussing this. All right. I think this is a warm up for Harry coming home with his addictions. And I think it's on recommendation of security. This could be MI5, MI6. Lots going on behind the scenes. Because look, there's the High Priestess behind the scenes. See how she peeks out there? I'm loving these giant cards. They're so much fun. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Fare thee well.